We were sitting around Ken's kitchen table that morning, doing Bible study in preparation for preaching the coming Sunday. I was but a lowly intern in those days, and seated around me were veterans of 20, 30, 40 years of ministry. Somewhere in the midst of our discussion, Bill, the associate pastor at the church I was working with at that time, announced that he had been asked to pray at the annual Memorial Day service in town. To which Ken replied, "Oh, you're the RHM." I looked confused. And Ken picked up on it. He said, "Oh, the resident holy man." And they all laughed. It was a joke. There was something intended by that title, somewhat pejorative from what I could tell. To be asked to pray, to baptize a civic event in some sense of holiness or sacredness, and then to be totally ignored. At least that's how it was explained that morning. I must say that has not been my experience in my time in a small town. To play the role of resident holy man has been an incredible honor over the years. Whether it is to pray at Memorial Day services, or dedications, or graduations, or crisis events, to be honored with that task is indeed something very important and something I take very seriously. To pray on behalf of a community is a great gift and a great honor. It is that role of resident holy man that Jesus plays in John's Gospel in the 17th chapter when we hear his high priestly prayer. For John, this is the replacement prayer of the prayer in Gethsemane. It is a reminder that that prayer was a prayer for Jesus. Father, take this cup away from me, if possible, but your will be done. Here, Jesus' prayer is on behalf of the church, on behalf of his disciples and those who will follow the disciples, us. It is a prayer that we might remain grafted into that vine, that the Father continue to watch over and bless us, that we might continue to bear fruit together. It is a prayer that continues on for unity, a piece that is often lifted out to trot around on ecumenical events. But it is much more deeply than that. It is prayer not so much unity amongst ourselves, but unity with the Father, who promises to continue to keep us in grace upon grace and to bless us with life abundant. It is the fact that Jesus prayed and continues to pray on behalf of the church, on behalf of our communities, on behalf of our nation, on behalf of our world, that we might remain faithful, even in the midst of trials, that has kept me going this past year. There have been many days when it would have been easy simply to just give up, to cash in, to crash. And it was on those days that I was reminded again and again that Jesus promised never to leave us orphaned, never to leave us alone, but even now continues to pray for us, that we might be one in him as he is one with the Father, that we might continue to grow in grace and have our lives restored. It is that prayer that has sustained us these days and will continue to sustain us in the days ahead. This is the Spirit's entry now, the water and the word, the cross of Jesus on your brow, the seal both felt and heard. Let water be the sacred sign that we must die each day, to rise again by his design as followers on the way. Renewing Spirit, hear our prayer for your baptismal power that washes us through all our days. Come cleanse again this hour.